Hey everyone, welcome back to Dink and Dissect. On this channel, we focus on court positioning, shot selection, and the decisions that actually win or lose pickleball game. So big shout out to Adrian Pickleball for letting us use this match footage. Our previous video was actually game 1. This is game 2. So they end up winning the game 2-0, but let's actually focus in on what wins them the game. It's a combination of drops, drives, poaching, and just good overall court positioning and understanding of the game of how they got there. So let's go ahead and jump right into the game. All right, so you notice right away that these serves are really good, very deep in the court, and it's a good one-handed counter. He goes ahead and anticipates that it's coming right at his body and punches it back. So great overall first rep. I would be weary if I was the team in the far court of continuing to speed up in that spot. And he goes ahead and does it, and that hands battle just wasn't won. It was right on his forehand, and how we saw him play last time, you expect that to go ahead and be put away. Let's go ahead and see how this game continues. Good overall shot, drops to get into the kitchen, so consistently getting into the kitchen. That happens sometimes. This is a point that 100% they should have won right there. He earned that ball that was over his shoulder and hitting down on it. Just got a little too excited, mishit it, went way out into the side fence. Oh yeah, you have to strike that. I like how calm Adrian is when he's at the net. It almost looks like he's barely even lifting his paddle and hitting that back. He must really, really trust his hands from what we saw last time. One thing I'm noticing here, and you see it differently at all levels, the serve isn't being weaponized that much. So this two-handed backhand, it's a good try. I guess he caught it a little bit late. I really would have liked to see him drive that through and try and go ahead and put it in the middle and earn a ball on his forehand. But overall, it looked like he was late, and not much you can do there. Adrian goes ahead and shuts it down, which is what you have to do. When you earn a ball like that at this level, those have to be put away. Great deep serve. So the reason you want to serve aggressively, look at where that landed. That landed here. They were able to jump on top of it, and look at where they're at before this ball is even being touched by the opponent for the fourth time. They are right about at the kitchen. When it gets contacted, they are established, and it looks like here he wasn't able to do a great shot. Again, this all stems from the serve. So they served it very aggressively, and they were able to earn this ball right here, which I imagine from the looks of it, they are going to go ahead and win this point right here. Small hands battle. Wasn't able to be put away there, but that's okay. That's good tape to review and know, hey, I've got to be able to put that away. So that was a much better return. They are still able to go ahead and get established. I'm surprised he hit that. That looked like it was going way out of bounds. Even at this level, you don't have a lot of balls that are going out of bounds, but there are still, I would say, a good 5 to 8 balls that go out of bounds per rally, and you have to be able to recognize them and earn those free points. Great drive. Again, when they're driving, they're out of bounds. They're driving it right into his body, and he has shown he's got a very strong one-handed counter. I would go ahead and start pushing out away from his body or down the line and see what happens. Again, it's going straight down the middle, which does kind of make sense. I guess it is the lowest point of the net, so they're going for a high margin shot. So let's look at that right there. Did you guys see where that landed? These guys didn't do as great of a job of moving up and attacking that ball, but that was a very short return, one that should get punished. They ended up winning the point anyway, so it worked out, but those kind of balls right there, you can put a ton of pressure. You could also even fake like you're driving and then put a roll into one of the corners. A lot of times that sets up an easy earny. Again, at the 4-5 level, I'm surprised that they dropped that kind of ball right there. Good return. Good drip shot too. So what you're noticing here is that these guys in the backcourt do like to play with a little bit of power, but they are also very consistent at slowing it down and getting into the kitchen. Good hands battle. They weren't able to fully be established there. Good return. Again, look at that. So this is something that you have to keep targeting. And I guess as you're serving, you have to serve to him anyway. But you know you're going to be getting these short returns. I would start being very aggressive and moving up as he returns that, because you know now that he has not returned well, and you can really do a lot with this if you're up there. That's all right. You take this kind of miss hit because you were potentially about to end that point very quickly. It's one of those where it's in the budget. Good attack. So this player seems to be the weaker player. I would speed up. I would dink. I would drive at this player over and over just to secure this match. There was a good return right there. Oh, good hands battles. I'm surprised that Adrian's team lost that hands battle right there. It looked like he was a foot and a half off the line. He has a big advantage doing that when you're speeding it up. Good deep return. Again, something that we can all learn from this right here is if your returns are deep, it makes it harder on your opponent. Wow, great angled shot. Something I am working on from the right side. I'm very good at angling it towards the opponent's right side player and making it go into the fence. That was just a great, beautiful shot. Deep return. Yeah, from this angle it looked in, but angles can lie a lot. I mean, they've had a much better view of that. It could have very clearly been out. So good overall return. Oh, continues driving it. That just seems to be their style, and you need to expect it. At this point, nothing's going wrong. Those one-handed counters, there's just some that hit the net. Can't do much about them. Yeah, and if they're going to drive all the time, I would go ahead and encourage to go ahead and stay. That's what happens when you do drive. You're able to earn that. But yeah, I would encourage the teams that are getting driven at to go ahead and stay, because that doesn't create, you're not catching a drive as you're moving. You're able to be stationed and ready for it to come. So this ball, I would have liked to see two hands on the paddle and go ahead and put it away. Adrian does a phenomenal job of countering down. While it was fast, if that was slow, it still would have worked because it was going straight down. So beautiful counter right there. He's so casual about it too. His hands are just down. He's got very fast hands. It's fun to watch. He's almost baiting you, because if I saw a player like that, I am consistently trying to test those hands, how quick they are. A lot of the times you can catch things. They will still get to it, but they'll be late on it, and you get an easy pop-up. Adrian seems to be knows what he's doing. Yeah, so this was, you can hear him saying watch. This was a bad return. And I would like to take a step back off the line and be prepared for this drive, which is what he's doing. So great shot by the players in the far court. Let's see how it plays out. I just can't control it. Yeah, one of those things where as you keep leveling up, it was the right choice. You need to start hitting those, putting a ton of pressure on the opponent. They got bailed out by a mistake. No, a great drop. Good job by him getting incorporated in there. And again, they're doing what I had said earlier in the video. Go ahead and continue targeting this player. He seems to be the weaker of the two. You can see just by the ready positions, he seems to dink and go ahead and put his paddle up, and he's sleeping at the wheel right here. Great drop overall. Good job. Again, that goes out of bounds. He does the right choice by going ahead and trying to hit that left pocket. Adrian is sitting heavy forehand. But it all started off by this one-handed volley backhand counter. Again, they're speeding up right to the body. I would start going towards that right hip and seeing if he can cover over, if he can slide or cover with that forehand. Again, good deep serves. So I like this decision right here. We see where it landed. It was up here, and this is the great decision because he goes ahead and drives it. He is able to earn. I would like his partner to be a little bit closer to be able to really slam that with two hands. He creates a pop-up for him for not being fully into it. They get a little lucky there. You can hear someone off camera laughing because that really should have been a ball that would have been put away, should have been put away. But that's what happens in tournaments sometimes. Sometimes you just get a little bit unlucky, too aggressive. I don't even want to say too aggressive. Good deep return. Maybe more so very excited. So that was a good trajectory. Third shot, it just didn't work out for them. I like this driving aggression, and he goes ahead and drives it because he's looking for this easier drop. So you saw that ball come back a lot slower, and he's able to get that fifth shot drop in. And look at where this lands. I don't like seeing him take this big step back. If he's aggressive with this, then it's okay. But he dinks it. I would have really liked to see that taken out of the air. Man, good eyes right here. Great body control, I would say, to lift your paddle up and recognize as it's going up to get your paddle out of the way because that ball is moving too fast and it's an out-of-bounds ball. So you can see at the 4.5 level, players do still hit balls out of bounds, and you have to get good at recognizing and taking those free points. His partner correctly recognizes that was a tough shot to read. Great skill right there. Again, this is an okay return. He's loading up for the drop. Great drop right there. So look at where that bounced. If his footwork, if he recognizes that it's a great drop, I would like to see this player run up further into the kitchen, and this bounces deep into the kitchen. I would like to see that taken out of the air. Sets up the pop-up anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. Small mistakes. And at this level, it's working out for them in this specific match. I think in higher levels, that really becomes an issue. Good job. Good reset right there. Getting right back into the point. Good eye. So good job by this player right here holding his ground, resetting, not panicking. It was a little bit of a high drop. You see him drop his butt, get low, and just wait for this ball to come back. Goes into a little bit of anticipation mode and is able to earn that point because their opponents get too excited. That looked like a good reset. Goes into the net. Again, I pointed this out before. So this hand signal means that they're going to switch. If you get a drive of a ball and you see them in the middle of a switch, you want to drive down the line because this player is going to be coming across and there is a potential for them to hit this ball while moving. And we all know that if you're not stable, balanced, if you're hitting the ball while moving, there is more chance for errors to happen. Let's see how they handle this. So yeah, he's already established. That's the power of going ahead and giving a deep return, and they aren't able to make their third shot drop. So I think this is a side out right here. Second drive. So that was nothing fancy. All it was a deep return. Shallow. They're dropping this. I wonder if this team in the backcourt is losing by quite a bit. And at this point, they're just trying to minimize errors. Good job. I like the idea of sliding. He had the positioning. He opened up his forehand to go ahead and counter that. Just bounced off the top of his paddle. But again, the slide was good. The paddle was there. Just got to go ahead and finish that one. Great job. So he puts some spin on that, keeps them back for a little bit longer, as long as he can. A good dinking rally, a good cross-court exchange. Let's see who moves this open first. So in this point, this player is being moved around more, so this player in the near court is in control of this. As he moves him around, let's see what he does, but I would start trying to attack that inside foot, which he does right there. If this would have gotten to him, he would have gone ahead and had to take this with his backhand at a very awkward angle. This player gets to it, and look at this court over here that's open now. Let's see what he goes with. Yep. So because this player took this ball in the middle, Adrian tries to go ahead and move him and make him move and then hit this backhand. A good idea, just that dink didn't go over there. High level pickleball. So again, the ball didn't land, but they were fully in control of that kitchen rally because they were making the other team move. Good little drip. Oh man. Yeah, that's an exciting play. You can see the guy in the backcourt get very amped because Adrian poached, which was a perfect poach. Just didn't work out for him. I would not stop doing that play. You probably win that point 6, 7 out of 10 times. You got to keep those percentages and keep going for it. I think in the last game that we reviewed, Adrian actually finished the game by doing something like that. And I want to say good job to this player right here because that is a beautiful drip. It is the combination of a drive and a drop. You can see that ball start dipping right as it crosses the net. Pretty good shot. Good job keeping them back. You can see they're still in the transition zone, not fully established. All they were doing is just keeping them back. Nothing fancy there. Taking those balls out of the air. A good-looking rep. I like Adrian's returns. They are so deep. Gives him so much time to get over there. And they're consistently deep. Oh, great shot. This player is a great right side player. He understands to keep hitting this corner. Next time, what might happen is that this player over here might adjust and he might start sitting on that corner. Well, suddenly this player has to start covering the middle and then your line is open. So this is, again, very high level pickleball. If he beats them there again, or if he doesn't adjust, this player in the backcourt, I just keep going to that corner over and over again. Beautiful shot. And again, with that kind of shot, it does leave the ATP open, but I would keep going there until my opponent hits the ATP. This player right now seems to be the weak link, and yes, I would keep directing all the balls over to his side until he proves that he can do something with it. And in this case, he might just be a little antsy, he's a little quick to pull the trigger, maybe because they're losing, but he has shown that he can't take it. Oh man, that was a good backhand flick. To me, it looked like he was directing it towards his backhand on that left hip. Let's see if that is right. The reason he's directing it towards that backhand is because he has shown a habit, a trend to go ahead and slide to that forehand. I guess he was on his backhand, so he could have gone to his right hip too. But if he hits that hip over here, I don't think it's coming back. There's a lot of space in between them too. So I think that would have been a winner, just doesn't go over. I think I can hear him say, dink it, dink it. I don't agree with that. I think that was a good speed up, just didn't go over. Oh man, this is one. Okay, so this ball right here that just came over slow, with a little bit better footwork, this is one that you can get on top of and slam with two hands, probably for a winner. So this is something I am currently trying to add to my game, is that when I see a ball come back this slowly, if I am quick with my footwork and jumping on my toes on the top of my feet, this is an easy ball to get on top of. It's just recognizing the ball that comes back. Wow. So much spin that it goes ahead and lands in. Beautiful shot. So there you have it. So this is a textbook case of the right side player making a lot of balls, playing patient, and then letting the left side player, in this case Adrian, taking over. I do think that he was the best player on the court, and then there was some times where he was dictating play, either by poaching, either by dinking, or speeding up at his discretion. So let me know, do your games look anything like this? Go ahead and leave me your thoughts below. And then until next time, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, and we will be doing much more videos going forward.